And I'm live. That is pretty cool. Today is 31st of March 2026, Tuesday. And before beginning, as always, a quote from Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Let's see, a short one. There are a lot of long quotes. Okay, let's see. This one, this says, "For the stone which has been thrown up, it is no evil to come down, nor indeed any good to have been carried up. For the stone which has been thrown up, it is no evil to come down, or indeed any good to have been carried up." Which means if you have already committed an act, then the consequences of that act are not evil, but the act might have been evil. Okay, that is crazy. So if someone messed up at some point, you do not judge them on the consequences, but only on the act itself. Something like this. Marcus Aurelius was a man of words. And here we have to do TUI. Cool. Not that we have to do, we would like to do TUI. Yep, finish up this TUI. And yesterday we were able to cover what? Shit. Yesterday we were able to cover quite a lot, or I think we are almost done. The only thing remaining is, yep, here we had three things. Board looks horrible. It does not anymore. End game, yep, something we still have to fix. WebSocket leaking. WebSocket is not leaking anymore, which is good. WebSocket is not leaking anymore. And end game screen, we have to fix the end game screen part. We do not see our end game screen somehow. And also, board looks horrible. It does not look horrible, but we would like to see the times of, like, we would like to make it a little bit better. Source TUI. Okay, let's have the backend just running in case. Backend is running. Okay, so let's fix first of all the end game screen problem. Why do we not see the end game screen? What happens when the game ends is we go into this condition, handle game over, and here we change the status to end game status, which is very cool. We should do this. Share, and at the end we are doing go to end, which changes the status to something else. Okay, that is the problem. That is a problem. Okay, here if go to m dot status equals status end game, if the status is end game, if the status is not end game, only then change the status. Cool, that is good. That is cool. I guess that is the fix. Maybe let's see. TUI, go run the TUI. Select a game. Let's say rapid. Game is loading. We will run another session. Flash TUI. Go run this. Start a rapid game. Okay. We will play F1. Hit F2 to F3. Now the opponents turn F E7 to E5. Now this player moves G2 to G4. Cool. And now checkmate D1 to H4. D8 to H4. Checkmate, you won. Shit, we do see the end game screen. Cool. Shit, that is good. Wait, that means we have the whole game running. Okay, we do have the end game screen, which is cool. And if we press enter on the end game screen, we are redirected back to this. Can we start a game? Okay. There is a problem after getting to end game screen. Update. Dot status. Change the status to end game screen. Yes, do that. Change the status to end game screen. Why is the connection closing? Okay, somehow the connection is closing. Somehow the connection is when we press enter, we are starting this socket with this current M. If socket is not equal to nil, close the socket and then get a new socket. Which we are making equal to the connection. Wait, I guess we are going directly to end. We have to fix this. Case okay, and here m dot status now, not m dot status channel. Like we have a close socket connection, we will also have a get function close socket chan gets false. Do not close this socket. Open socket, close, call this function here. Cool. Oh shit, Q does not work. Okay, Q does not work on these. When we press Q, socket dot close and return T dot quit. Do this. Socket dot close. We are calling socket dot close and returning this. If this WebSocket thread is running and it sees close equals true, we go to end, where we send a signal and we update our model. Sometimes this just gets stuck randomly. Source UI, go run this, start again. Okay, this is also stuck now. On normal screen, this is stuck. Stuck. Now the question would be how to take away value from a channel in Go. Connect your tools to Cloud. Crazy suggestion. To receive, take away a value from uh, okay. Okay, what does okay mean? Check if cat channel is closed. Loop until channel closes. Non-blocking receive with select. Okay, let's say I have a channel which I have put a value, and then on and then later on I want to empty that channel so that any routine which does this on the channel gets empty things, does not get anything. How do you do that? Few options. Drain and close. Most common. Close the channel after draining it. Okay. Drain whatever is in it, like this, and then close the channel. Close the channel. Open socket. Close socket channel. Right. Do we also have open close channel? Replace with a new channel. You can only closing again panics. Okay, shit. Replace with a new channel. We can just update its value. Cool. Close socket channel equals make channel pool. Looks good. Looks good. Amazing. We have to solve a problem here. Where is it? Here. 70 into 26 would be 1400. 1400 plus 560, 1960. 1960 minus 26, 1934, maybe 794. Okay, this isn't even close. Okay, anyways, source TUI, go run the TUI works. Okay, cool. This works. Go run, or before running this panel, shit, 68 into 28 would be 70 into 20, very similar to the one we got here, but okay. 70 into 28, 1400 plus 7 into 8. 7 into 8 is 560. 1934 is the answer here. Okay, officially I suck. I go run here. go run here. We can select the type, rapid. Cool. F2 to F3. Here we do on this side E7 to E5, and here we do G2 to G4, and then here we do D8 to H4. Cool. This side one and the other one lost. Enter to start another game, a rapid game, let's say. Here also enter and start a rapid game, and cool. You can play as many games as you want. Very cool. Very cool. And wait, maybe I messed up with the settings. No, I didn't. There was a view. Okay, I didn't mess up. I thought I made this thing private. F2 to F3, and then here again E2 to E5, G2 to G4, D8 to H4. Cool. Now okay, on quitting there is a problem. There is a bug or something on quitting. Yep, there is a bug on quitting. Somewhere there is a bug when we quit. When we quit, this happens. Close socket gets value true, and here we do not care about the value. We would just like to end this thing. Go to end. Okay, I guess this here is happening. Makes sense. This here we are sending this request to program after the program has ended. Okay, so we conditionally want to send this request. For which we can have a channel. Yep, cool. We can have a channel for this too. Close program, make a channel, bool function, close program. Let's say prog. Yep, here x in true. And when we actually close the program, here we will say close program, close socket, and exit. Yes. Second. Close program, close socket. And you will get the value. Prog state gets value from close prog and if prog, can we have the same name? Yes, we can have the same name. If not close prog, only then close program right now. If not close program right now, only then send this back. Cool. Close panel. Okay. And now what is 95 into 5800, 5900 minus 250 plus 45, 295. 5900 minus 295, 5605. 5600. Probably that is right. Yes, that is. Here is 781. Source TUI, go run this. Source TUI, go run this. Start, let's say, blitz game this time. Cool. F2 to F3 here, E7 to E5 here, again G2 to G4 and D8 to H4. And we don't see anything now. Why would that be? Shared. Okay. We got an endgame message, right? And we got to this point, and this thing shit must have been true. It and nil or error, right? That is how we take value from a channel. Drain whatever is in the channel and then close the channel, replace channel, or okay. How to get value from a channel? How to get value from a channel in a non-blocking way? Select case program. If we have some value in this, then just break, and the default part would be to do program dot send update model t message and give the mod. Okay, and this should probably work. Probably. 4,400 minus 44. 4,300. 4,356. Cool. Shit. Nope. Here another panel. 42 to 89. 90. 3,600 plus 100, 180. 3,780 minus 42. 3,780 minus 42 would be 38. Cool. Source and TUI. Source and TUI. Cool. Go run this. Go run this. Let's start a blitz game. Blitz. E2. F2, F3. E7, E5. G. G2 to G4. And here D8 to H4. Cool. Okay. And can we start a new game? Bullet game, let's say. Bullet game. Yes, we can start a new game. And if I... Shit, I pressed Q in the middle of a game. And now I'm stuck. Yep, I pressed Q in the middle of a game, which means this statement must have run, and then this close socket thing ran, and then we returned this. Did we? Hello, seeing you after a long time. What actually are doing this? Okay. Shit, hello, Ranveer Singh is seeing me. I also saw Durandar, your Durandar. Shit, Rajveer Singh. I messed up. Not Ranveer Singh, Rajveer Singh, but Durandar was cool anyways. Okay, with this, you might have seen my earlier streams in which I made a chess backend, which is this. It is running right now. This is the backend. Here, backend, like everything is here. And there is also a corresponding front end to which you can go and play your game with all the animation and everything. I want to make this game accessible from the terminal so that you can just go to your terminal and play the game from your terminal, which would be pretty cool. And there are two ways to run something on your terminal. One is you install some package and then run that command, like, right? Or you could SSH. This is just one another thing to run something on someone else's terminal. You SSH into something else, into some other computer where that program is running. So if you, so the end goal would be you SSH into some URL dot chess.com or something like this, and then at that computer you will be able to play chess from your terminal, which is cool. And the inspiration comes from terminal.shop. Yep. At this place, if you go to this, you can order coffee from this thing, from your terminal, which is pretty cool. And you do not have to install anything. You just have to do SSH into some random server and you can order coffee, which is pretty cool. Run back. Okay, right now we do see a bug that is when I exit the game by pressing Q in the middle of a game, the screen gets stuck. Why? And also this is in Go. So like, let's go. If this is in Go. Yeah, Go is cool. Why is this thing getting stuck? Mm. And also, I would like to make a change to the ZSHRC and comment this out because I do not want to solve a random maths problem every time I open a new terminal for now, for developing purposes. Let's open a new terminal and we didn't get any random maths problem, which is cool. Right. Go run this, go run, right. And if I press, see, I am able to interact with the interface here, F2 to F3. And if I press Q, then nothing. If I'm pressing anything, nothing happens. So why is that? You press Q, then run. These two programs are running. Close program, which is just putting this value true in this close program channel, and then we are running close socket, which is also putting the value true in close socket channel. Why? Because here in start socket we have this switch statement, and here whenever close socket channel has some value, we just exit, we go to end, and at the end we change the status and stuff. And then we select if program close program has some value, then break or return whatever, otherwise send something to this program. If this is the case when we are exiting the program itself, and this is the case when we are just closing the socket but not exiting the program. But this does not work. There is something wrong. Something does not add up. If a channel has a value or not in Go. How to check if a channel has a value or not in Go? How do we do this? Checking if a channel has some value in Go or not. Yes, this is exactly what we are doing. Buffed value len. Okay, shit. Okay, is true if the value was received from successful send, channel is closed and empty. Would we like to change the status of this? I guess. Right, but why we are not even calling this thing to update? This might be because of closure. This might actually be because of closures. Close socket and open socket. Let's see. This might be. Let's see. Close socket channel is equal to make channel of boot. When I call close socket function at any time, does it get the original channel that it had at the time of its definition, or does it get the latest channel pointed to by close socket chan variable, which can be updated by the open socket function? What do we get? It gets the latest channel pointed to by close socket channel, not the one defined. Okay, that is very cool. This references the value, the variable this, not a snapshot of its value. So if open socket runs first and close second, will send to channel B. Channel A, channel B, this reads the correct value, which is cool. If we are getting the latest value, so that is also not a problem. And the error is coming when we are trying to quit the game, either while we are playing a game or we have already played one game. But at least we do see the end screen, which is cool. So I guess we can make some one commit here. End screen shows cool. How to close? Okay. Do go threads leak by default and keep running even after the main program has exited? Because if that is not the case, now go routines are automatically killed when the main does not wait for them. Go routines do leak within a running program. If your program is still running, go routines that are stuck waiting forever do leak. They sit in memory indefinitely. So close socket, open socket. We can just enter. Source UI, go run this. Share, okay, it does work. Shit, okay, it does work. F2 to F3, and here E7, E5, G2 to G4, and here D4 to H, D8 to H4. Cool. Shit, this like actually works now. This works. F2 to F3, E7 to E5, G2 to G4, and D8 to H4. Cool. And we can start another game or quit. Here we can start another game. Wait, loading game, like or instead of loading game, a better text to show would be waiting. For offline. Okay, now cool. That is actually pretty cool. Should be called terminal. This will be called this one will be called terminal. Git commit fix. The fix was go routines end when main program exit. Cool. What is the main? We can play a game here. Okay, let's make this thing more beautiful, because when a game runs, source UI, go run this, go run this. Shit. Source UI, go run current folder. Yep, this is not very beautiful looking, and also I would like to have a like text box kind of thing around this. Let's format this thing. How to give out box outlines in bubble T in Go. That would be cool. Let's see. Lip gloss, okay. Normal box lip gloss new style dot border style. So we give border style, rounded corners, border style takes in rounded corners, thick border, double border. Okay, border style, rounded corners, dot border style. Okay, this to styles.co. Looks much better. Okay. Styles, red, text, border, lip, gloss, new style, dot, border, lip gloss border, rounded, and true, border, foreground, lip gloss, color, red. Cool. Okay. And this will be added later on. Text equals empty string, and here instead of s we added this thing to text, right? And then we do not want to put this thing into the center, we want to put this thing to the left. Place this thing at the center. Place this thing at the center. Okay, I am using lip gloss dot place to place some text on the center of the terminal. I want to have left alignment within that block of text, which should be cool to have. Inside that block will be default. It is not behaving. If it is not behaving, you need to explicitly set alignment on the style you pass in. Yep, I do want to. Inner style with something with we do not know. New style dot align lip gloss dot left. Okay, so here s. So we need another style, left align lip gloss dot new style dot align lip gloss left. Looks good, looks good. Styles left align s dot render s. Okay, that should align this thing to the left. And for this text part, plus equals styles red text border dot render text. Okay, that should work potentially. Quit. Go run this, go run this, start a game, start a game. Okay. Okay, I guess we can manually see how many characters there are. 30, 30 characters, maybe. Go run. Okay, a little bit. Why do you see extra space in case of opponents? That is because of this. Two new lines. Cool, 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 cool. Plus move, and if m dot for I equals 0, I smaller, I equals length of m dot move, I equals 0, and I is smaller than 4 minus length of m dot move I plus plus text plus equals space. Is inefficient. Using on string in a loop is insufficient in Go. How do we fix this? Because strings are immutable, we get a new string. Join, I think, is a better method. Strings dot join, yes, join function, text, and share cannot use text. Variable of type is string, as a list of strings. So instead, here at the start, we could say that this is make size first type, and strings dot join onto s this text. After converting, wait, shit, we don't have to convert this. Yes, we do have to convert this into something. Cannot compile a variable of type byte size as a string. Shit, not join, I guess. How to efficiently add strings together. Efficient approach, strings dot builder, b dot growth optional pre-allocate memory for better performance, and b dot string dot builder. Okay, and then b dot write string this thing. Okay, we can do this. S dot write a string. What is a string? It is this cool, and s dot write string, and the string being this s dot write string, and the string is this. Okay, and write string text is an empty string, and then we text plus equals. That is good enough. And then s dot write string write a string okay, and dot a string. Shit. Use fmt fprintf instead of write a string this. What does that mean? Write a string something like this. Instead of this, we could use fmt fprintf and give that thing the address of our string. And shit, address of s and this thing. Shit, address of s shit non Ooh, same problem here. Empty dot f onto s. Missing comma, we are missing a comma somewhere. chess viewer. Okay, and fmd dot fprintf address of s, and then okay, fmd dot, again, this is actually manual labor. It feels like manual labor right now. di this paste address of s, and like this. Cool. Here fmd dot f printf address of s. Here paste, right, and inefficient, this is inefficient. We could make this thing a text is strings dot builder. That is the type, and we cannot use this fmt dot printf on text, and the text being this text, and fmt dot f printf address of text, and m dot move. Yes, it just works. Printf text, or otherwise dot f printf print text would also work. Shit, no, f printf. String, okay. Non-constant move a string in a call to this, which is fine, no problem. I suppose there is no problem with this, but okay, let's see. Go run this, go run this. Opponent's turn and your turn. Shit, your turn, color of your turn should be green, and opponent's turn should be red. E2, F2, F3, E2, E7 to E5. Given this thing, a little bit more space would be a bit better. And also, I would not like to give left alignment to literally everything that we are writing. The only text that we would like to left align is this text part. Render a border and then styles left align dot render. Now it should be okay. Like pretty cool. That is a bit more left aligned than I would like. Oh, is there this much space? Okay, I guess because 40, the value 40 that we are using in styles is a bit, we are not using 40, we are using 30. What if we were to say 20? 20 looks better. And also I see an error. Is to not put this when opponents start. Okay, E2 or F2 to F3, E7 to E5, G2 to G4, D8 to D8 to H4. Cool, game over. That other person lost. Cool. And shit, I guess the game is ready. Time. Do we need time controls? Yes, of course we do need time controls, and we would like to see time on the screen. Add this, commit, fix. Entering move looks better now. Is it mean? Cool. Okay, now our task is to display time, which we already have in our model. My bad. Which we already have in our model inside this game struct thing here. White time left and black time left. We just want to display this. Yeah, we just want to display this. Nothing more. Here, active game. When active game, print board. Let's say this function also takes in from now on an integer called buffer and before printing any of this stuff, this will print a buffer of this many integers. So board or int or j equals 0, or how to create a string with a given length and default characters. And how do you do this? Should repeat. Yes, that is what we want. Strings dot repeat. Cool. So board strings plus equals strings dot repeat empty buffer times strings is undefined import strings. Cool. So now the place from where, yes, here we have to also give in a buffer, and buffer, we need a clock. Yes, we need a clock. We need a function that prints time, helper function. Print board function print clock. This function takes in int I, the time, and returns a string. Clock would be the name of the string. Undefined I, shit. I is of time int, type int. Okay, clock minutes equals I divided by, or maybe seconds equals I divided by 1000. Minutes would be seconds divided by 60. Cool. So we have minutes, right? So clock remainder with 60, or yes, cool. And then 2 digits to display this, and then 2 digits to display this. Okay, and then also styles border for this would be, how's the border now? Styles left align red text border dot render, and then return clock. Okay, so we have a function which can give us the clock. Cool. Clock equals print clock. Game struct dot white time left, white clock, black clock, print clock, and black time left. Okay, we have the clocks, and this should be length of white clock. Okay, declared and not used. I buffer plus 1, and if is not equal to length of board minus 1. Do not do this for the first time, do this on the later attempts. Or we could have this clock logic inside this function itself. Yes, white time left is an integer, black time left is also an integer. We don't need any buffer. Cool. game struct, white time left, and black time left. Print board, white unused, that is fine. Let's get the clocks. White clock equals print clock, white time left, and okay. If you want to print from the perspective of the white layer, then the black clock goes at the top. Yep, black clock goes at the top. Black clock, right? And plus equals white clock plus a new line. Board is string, right? And if I is not equal to length board -1, if we didn't just start this whole thing, then board string plus equals strings dot repeat the string that you want to repeat is space and the number of times that you want to repeat it. Clock size is okay, cool. Clock size. Clock size plus 1. And yes, cool. Okay, clock size plus 1. And at the end, if I is not equal to 0, then board this same thing. I suppose here, yep, clock size plus 1, clock size plus 1, and then plus the white clock. Yep, same thing. If you want to print from the perspective of a black layer, then white clock plus space at the start, and if we are not in the start, then this here, and at the end of this, black clock, and here if I is not equal to length of board -1, then clock set +1. That just looks like it would work. And before we do test this, I would like to go to the washroom, and I'll be right back in 1 minute. Cool. And I'm back, and I guess we are like, we can just run this thing and see how it goes. Go run this. A rapid game. Start a rapid game. Okay, shit, that is a bit messed up. That legit is a bit messed up. We don't see the pieces, we don't see shit. I guess having this on the same line is messing stuff up. So we can put the clocks before and after the board. Yes, which would be fine. Board string, remove this. Remove this. Yes. Okay, this does make sense. Like, we should have this more like this. Yes, like this. And here also we made the same mistake. I guess that might have been the problem. Go run this. Go. Okay, that was not the problem. Okay, yeah. New line and new line, and then blackboard. Cool. Black clock. White clock and black clock before that. And both of them will be shown on the same side, which we will have to fix. Okay, this is messed up. Like, yes, this does not make sense at all. Like, why are we seeing it like this? And this is fine. Left aligned and right aligned. Yes, we have to change the alignment. That makes sense. We do have styles. We can add another style. It's like left align. We can have right align and right k, and in boards this clock, this whole thing should be left aligned, and this whole thing should be right aligned. Same here, this thing styles left align dot render, cool, and this styles right align dot render, cool. Go run this. Go run. Hmm. 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 This might be because, okay, let's, because of terminal size, maybe. No, that is not because of the terminal size. It is some other fundamental problem. Yes, because we are also aligning the new line, which we should not. Add new line later on. Here also. Add new line later on. Add new line later on. And here also. Add new line later on. This is okay. This is un-okay. Okay, and the thing that is always un-okay is the white color. Why is the white color un-okay? Black color is okay, but white color is un-okay. Let's say F2 to F3. Yes, white color is un-okay. If color is white, render black clock. We don't need clock size. Okay, shit. That was the reason. Okay. Go run this, go run this, enter, enter. Cool. Now we want the clocks to actually work and show the real time. Let's make a move. F2 to F3. We do see the updated time, which is pretty cool, but we want to see the real time. as it passes, like ticking, which can be done by a go routine. We will custom t messages type update time t message. This has an integer time, and in the model not view but in update custom t messages. One case is this, another is case update time t message. In this case, this takes in shit 2 times. No shit, this will not even take anything. This is going to be a empty structure. Yes, m dot game struct white time left minus minus, and m dot game struct dot black time left minus minus. Okay. No, white time left int and black time left int. White time left equals msg dot white time left, and black time left is msg dot black time left. Cool, looks better. We need a go routine. Channels, no, not channels. And how long has it been? 1 hour 30 minutes. Shit, that is nothing. Whenever channels, okay, channels, we'll have a unique close program. Totally fine. Handle is start of game. Helper update time. This takes in game struct of time type game struct, not just game struct but a pointer to a game struct, right? And this we will call on a go routine. Select case close timer. If close timer, then return, else default. Not used. It is going to be used. Default would be sleep. Is there a sleep thing? Shit, no. I guess it is os.sleep or something. Shit. Sleep ego thread and go. Yes, that is the only time dot sleep. Time dot capital S sleep. And after sleep, if game struct dot move number remainder with 2 equals 0, then something is something else. And then keep doing this. Yeah, keep doing this forever and ever. Dot send update time t message. My time left is game. Go to game. Go to game. Struct dot y time left and black time left is the same. And if 0, then white time left minus 1000, else black time left minus 1000. Okay. Now we should see the clock getting updated in real time. Go run and okay, we do not see the clock getting updated because we didn't call this function. Yeah, we didn't call this function from the WebSocket. Channels, cool. Whenever we want to close the socket, we will also close timer with value true, and open socket would just close whenever, no, not here, open socket start socket. Yes, and handle the startup game. When we handle the startup game, go update time and the output is input is this. Cool. Okay, cool. Very, very, very cool. Cool. Okay. This should run. It is running. Shit. Shit. Okay, that is a lot of time gone. Update time. Are we not sleeping this thing? Shit, first of all, I guess this thing should be here. Hmm. Time is messed up. Time is messed up. Are we not sleeping correctly? Sleep for 1 second. Hello, just VM. Yo, 53, 1 minute ago. Uh, right now we are working on today. I recorded some stuff again. Okay, let's go. You will be editing. So that is cool with Instagram app. How to sleep, go routine? Question mark. Because our PC is not powerful. Wait, heartbreak, heartbreak. I don't think you need a lot of power for. You do need power for editing, but I guess you can use DaVinci Resolve, which does use power, but I guess it can handle it because at some point very long ago I was editing some videos, some Marvel videos with music in the background, and I was doing that in a computer with 1 GB RAM. And I also recorded a video for YouTube and Instagram. Shit, okay, you are going to give me competition for YouTube. Let's go. Sleep 2 into time dot second. Okay, shit, we have to give time dot second. 1 into time dot second, which is 1000 into millisecond. Okay, look at this. Time is just passing away crazily. Go run here, enter, start a rapid game. Here, enter. Okay, that is very good. That is very good. Time is running very good. F2 to F3, and here D8 to D H E4 to E7 to E5. And look at this. It is right now here. Shit. 40 40. I pressed enter on 40 and it is 40. Look at this. Both of these clocks are synced. 43, 42. Yes. And then G2 to G4. Cool. Cool. This is like actually very cool. Yes. It is like actually working. Now, shit, what is next? Deploy this? Are we on the deployment stage? I think we are on the deployment stage. Game is working. Just a small video about NumPy matrix vector tensor, and also shit, how did you make it? Like, are you using like this format where you have a face, or maybe not a face, but your voice over your screen recording where you are explaining stuff, or you have literal animation, 2D animation, like 3 blue 1 brown kind of stuff? That would be crazy. Okay, D8 to H4. Game over. This player won. This player lost. Cool. Let's start another game. Let's say Blitz. And on this, let's start a bullet game. They are not paired up with each other because bullet and Blitz are different kinds of games. So let's exit and start a blitz game. We do start a blitz game, and here the time. Okay, this is because of closure. This error right now is because of closure. Shit, a lot like him. That is cool. But using graphs and TL draw. Okay, what is TL draw? Graphs are cool. Shit, it is like Excalibur. Very good. Free whiteboard. Okay, it is very good. Shit. By the way, the name is pretty good. TLDR AW. Like, too long didn't read AW. Ah, shit, cool. Shit, it is like Excalibur. Okay. Okay. What is that? Go update time. Game struck. This happens after the game has started. This happens after the game has started, but not before. Share, okay. The other one lags. Like Excalibur lags on your computer. Shit, crazy stuff. But also, when you move very fast in Excalibur, you see these random lines and they become, you see these straight lines momentarily and they then just curve and become right. But in this one, TLDR loop, here we do not see those curved lines. We just said we do see those straight lines, but they are very close to the like final curve that we see. Yeah, so, I guess they are using some kind of algorithm under the hood to make the lines curved. Okay, when we change the time format, we are getting the older time, which means this thread never stopped working. This thread never stopped working. Okay. I'm now going to make a claim that this error will not come if between switching the games we wait for some time. F2 to F3, here E7 to E5, G2 to G4, D8 to H4, checkmate, very cool, enter, enter. Now we have waited for more than 1 second, which I guess should fix. It does not fix the error. Okay, okay. So what is happening is this update time function is running on a separate thread, but this is supposed to end when we close the socket, for which we check this. If this close timer, we don't actually need this extra close timer, close socket chan. If this close socket chan is empty or does have some data, then close this thing. We don't need close timer, we do not need close timer. We can just look at the socket and determine what to do. Go run this E2 to E F2 F3 E7 to E5 F G2 to G4 D8 to F4. Cool. Now we do see the correct time. Okay, cool. Let's go. Can we call this thing over? Like, can we say that this is cool? No, we cannot, because we should have some space here, which we do not have it. In active game, opponent's turn. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 11 plus 6, 17. And how many characters are here? 17 were there, and here we have 15. So 2 spaces should do it. Maybe one more. Shit. That was a bit too many spaces. Okay. 2. F2 to F3. Cool. Shit. I guess we can now deploy this in SSH manner. Git commit feature UI finished. TUI has been finished. Now we want to deploy this. Okay, now we want to deploy this. We want to deploy this. And the format, source TUI, yes, source TUI. The format is going to be that there is going to be a external server somewhere, a computer server, and this will be serving something on SSH port. This would also have its own URL, and what will happen is the client computer or the user's computer, this would do SSH with this URL, and a request would go to this where they would communicate through the SSH protocol. And the first thing that happens on a SSH connection on this server would be a script would run, or you could say this program go run TUI would happen. This would happen, and yeah, the person would be able to just play the game using SSH. Cool. That is like my hypothesis. Let's see if that is how this thing works. There is a SSH. There is a server at terminal.shop. There is a server at terminal.shop where if I were to do SSH terminal.shop, I get a TUI which I can interact with. How does this happen? How does this happen? And I guess terminal.shop GitHub, they have written this thing in Go. SDK Go, terminal SDK Go. This thing is in Go, and client.go, there are a lot of things here. Where is mean.go, go.mod, terminal SDK mod. App.go, this does not have the main function. Where is the main function? I guess this is something else. But okay, how does this happen, and does a program run on the server on a SSH connection, and this program sends back this program renders a TUI which is sent back to the client terminal and is shown as a TUI. I guess that is what happens. Okay, when we do this, SSH connection connects and authenticates the server, spawns a program, a bubble tea app in this case. instead of a shell. Bubble T, yes. The program's standard in and standard out is piped over SSH connection. Your local terminal renders whatever the program outputs, which is just NC escape sequences. Your terminal was always just rendering NC. The only difference here is that they're coming over as SSH instead of local. Okay, that is cool. That is wait shit. How the server is built. Terminal.shop and its similar projects use a Go library called Wish, also by Charm Bracelet. Same people behind Bubble Tea and Lip Gloss. This thing Wish new server with address this with hotkey path something with middleware not T handler run a Bubble Tea app per connection. Each SSH connection gets its own isolated Bubble Tea app instance spawned for it. Your machine sends a TCP connection using this SSH daemon Wish spawns Bubble Tea app writes. Okay. Terminal size Wish also forwards your terminal dimensions to the server so the app knows how wide tall to render. That is how m.width or m.height works correctly over SSH. Okay, wish. Okay, go get wish. Go get GitHub slash charm bracelet slash wish. Go get cool. Charm bracelet now. I guess it would be cool to create another package here. TUI handler cd TUI handler TUI handler sha TUI cd sha TUI go init sha shit go mod init shit. Okay, now we just have to copy paste all of these files, move everything on, let's say copy everything that ends in dot go into dot UI. Yep, and cd here package main should give error. It does not. Who does not start UI. Yes. get charm.land, not bubble tea, but lip gloss v2. No problem with the main function. Let's go step by step. Undefined. Piece is undefined. Board is undefined. That is fine. WebSockets. Okay. Go get this WebSocket. No problem. Go list found packages chart UI and main. Okay, which is going to be fixed. Don't worry. UI and okay, I guess everything is okay now. Cool, everything looks okay. And we can legit delete all of this except go mod. Go mod init UI handler. UI as sorry. UI is such shit. Cool. And how do we import a local package in Go? In mod.go, utils.go, this module name slash path to package. Should like just like this. That's cool. My project is main.go. My project slash utils.go slash utils. Okay. import ssh TUI ssh slash TUI start UI. Not import. No required module provides this. TUI underscore SSH. Don't we have to import something in go.mod? And TUI SSH slash SCH TUI. Mod go.mod. This is still problematic. Could not import TUIs. No required modules. Okay, this is usually a folder package naming issue. Check these things. What does your folder structure look like? TUI SSH internally has this. Does this exist? Yes. Do something not go? Must match the folder name ACH underscore TUI. SCHACH underscore TUI. SCHACH underscore TUI. Main package. Everything is in this package. SCHACH underscore TUI. Is your go.mod at the root folder? Yes, it is. No, that is not the problem. It is at the root. File does exist. TUI SSH. TUI compiler could not. No required module provides package this. Who needs at least one Go file with a non-main package? Yes, it has a non. Shit, is it because this thing has main? Main. It's always py. Shit, okay, this thing still does not work. Because this is the structure of the internal module, and this is inside TUI directory. That code things. Oh, that. TUI need to have its own go.mod to make it a package. Shit, okay. But this internal local package needs to have external packages which cannot be added without go.mod file. Shit, okay, this works fine. Okay, let's suppose. Shit, okay, there is no problem here. Anywhere, it seems like. And import as UI slash shade. Okay, that is pretty cool. Okay, that is pretty cool. If we do go run dot, this does start the UI. Okay, now we just need to make this as a SSH server. Wait. And all this git refactor TUI is a package now. Okay, TUI is a package now. Now we just need to make this available over a SSH session, like this, using this thing, wish go get this thing. Why is it downloading bubble tea? That is messed up, but okay. And why does it keep downloading bubble tea? And here wish .com/wish/wish wish dot. Okay, what is the name? Charm bracelet. Okay, cool. Imported and not used. Wish dot. Wish Golang. This thing make HTTP apps. Make SSH apps just like that. SSH is an excellent platform for building remotely accessible applications. It offers secure communication without the hassle of HTTPS certificates. Your identification with SSH key access from anywhere. Okay, what are SSH apps? Usually, when you think about SSH, we think of a remote shell across and access into servers, most commonly through Open SSH server. That is a perfectly valid and probably the most common use of SSH, but it can do so much more than that. Just like HTTP, SMTP, simple message transfer protocol, FTP, file transfer protocol, and others. SSH is a protocol. It is a cryptographic network protocol. Wait, how it works? No, it's like documentation. Where is documentation? Build apps with. Again, the documentation. Shit, there is no code here. Wish SSH go docs. Wish package. Cool. The docs are here. Okay. Uh, this is just like a reference manual, so using Claude would be much better here. Just to start a such app written with bubble T. How to start a SSH app. How to use Wish to start a SSH app written with bubble T. Okay, in our main function error wish dot new server. Start a new server with net join hotspot. Net dot join hotspot, where host is this, port number is this, host and port. Host is this, port is this. Wish dot with host key paths auto generated if missing. Okay, and middleware bm dot middleware, bm being bubble T, wish slash bubble T, T handler. T handler is, oh shit, what is T handler? Your bubble T app. Okay. Require a PTI, logs, connections, logging. Okay, let's just wish dot new server. New server. Host. Localhost this, or 0000 is okay. 0, and port is 22. Okay, and what are the things that we have to give to this? all this. Net module host and port this. uh, Not any of this. Global T BM is github.com slash charm bracelet slash wish slash global T, which is not here. We have to install this thing. And t handler is just UI. What is the type of thing? Handler. T handler. What is t handler? What is the type of t handler? And the type for t handler is a function which takes in a session and it returns a t model, t dot model, and a list of program options. You can see it with bubble wish slash bubble t package em dot middleware accepts any function with this. Start a model. Okay, shit. Okay, okay. Not handler. TUI dot handler. UI dot handler. This function, if no error, returns the model. Yes, returns a model, new model, comma, t program options, a list of t program options. Init model, too many arguments. Too many return values. Use this, but it is not being used here. And also we can return multiple values in Go. Right, t dot model is the first type, and second is list t dot program options. function. Okay, this function takes an SSH. Okay, this might work. 2 hours 37 minutes. Cool. Yep. Now the only thing remaining is deployment, which I will fix. Yep, deployment is the only thing remaining now, and yeah, I'll have to see how to do that. Hello, shit! I was just about to close the stream. Do you want to play a chess game? I can play a chess game, and then I will end this stream. The TUI is ready, like, which is pretty cool. TUI is ready. I just need to deploy the TUI, deploy the backend, and there are going to be bugs, and also deploy the front deployment. Yes, deployment. Shit, Guten Morgen. Yep, we will play later at some point, and for now, this would be it. Bye, I guess. Yep, that would it for today. We completed the TUI app, which is pretty cool, and yep, that would be it. Thank you for being here. Bye.